You are welcome back. This is where we stopped in our last video. So what we have just done is like we create a body without life. And we are creators in a way, developers. We create things. So you are going to breathe life into this app. How do you do that? You are going to make these buttons to work. Hard item, clear, analyze. They work. So whatever is typed in the item, in the quantity, in the cost per unit, you grab them and you display them in the table here after the add item button has been clicked. So let's do that. Going back to our code. I'll zoom a little there. Going back to our code. This is the code we'll be writing. What we want to do, we want to add a function to this button. We want to give it function. So add item button, we go back to it. Where is add item button? You see the essence of naming your widgets with correct with names that make sense, that will help you to quickly identify them in the midst of the sea of widgets. Because if you have a very big application, you are going to see create a lot of widgets, and it will be very difficult to see, to differentiate which is which. Now let's go to the add button. Now in the button class, we are going to put another property called command. So command is a property that will help us call a function, and we are going to create a function called add underscore item. So I just put the name there. It has not existed, this function, so you call it. You make a reference to it here. So how do we do that? You will come to the top here. Come to the top, because before you can make reference to a variable, a function, you must have created it. So I can't do it at the bottom, so I need to go to the top and create that function by using dev. I believe you remember how to create a function. So what you want to happen when you click that add item button, so it's a function we call add item. You can use any name you want. So come here and say add add underscore item. You put parentheses, then you put colon. Let's put pass. Or instead of let's print something. Let's say I want to add item. Let's print that statement by doing that. Okay, so let's close this. We want to test whether the command we had to our add button and the function we want it to call, which is whether it's going to print this. Okay, let's do that. Okay, if I click add item in my console, you see I want to add item. So this button is working. If I continue clicking, I'll be having I want to add item. So that is that. All right, but that is not what I want to do. I want to grab whatever the user type in the item, quantity, and cost text boxes. Okay, let me close that. How do I do that? I will create variables. I will say item equals to, I will call item underscore txt. Txt, item underscore txt, it is the text box that we use to capture the item we are adding to our expenditure list. So this text box is called item underscore txt. I'm going to call a property of it here, which is get. Get me, not property, a method of it, which is get whatever the user put inside the text box, get it for me. So that is that. Now I'm going to do also cost per unit to be cost. BS code is suggested for me, which is good. I'm going to get it. Then the last one is it the last? Oh, quantity is the second. So I'm going to say QTY equals to QTY underscore TXT dot get. So they are all text boxes, so I can use get. Okay. Then there is something that we need to do. There is total. Introduce total here. No, item stand for item here, quantity stand for quantity here, unit. But how do we get total? Well, I'm going to say total. I'm going to create a variable called total equals to, I'm converting quantity to integer, then multiply by cost. So unit cost times quantity will give us total. I hope you understand this. So I'm using int method function. It's a converter function to convert whatever the user type to integer. So that is that. So let's print this. Let's print item QTY cost and a total. So let's see whether we are going to capture it by printing it onto the console. So if I come here and run it, item, let's say sugar, quantity 6 pack, cost per pack 2,000, hard item. You see my console, I have it. Sugar 6, 2,000, 12,000 naira. That is 6 times 2,000. That is exactly what we did here. So total is quantity times cost. So it's working. Our bot is working now. Okay. But that is not what we want to do. We are not just printing it. We want to display it under here. We want to display it here. We want to display it. So how am I going to do that? So I'm going to put each of them. So what I will do is I will come here. I'm going to put this under, you see, I have the heading already. So what I will simply do is just add a label. I will put it in form of label and put it under this existing one. So that is what I'm going to